Every other Instagram profile today features the statement award winning or winner of, etc. as an introduction to the profile. So it seems like it makes sense to try and win awards or contests for photography enthusiasts. Winning a contest is a goal or a dream for many photo enthusiasts. If you ask me, why is it important to win contests? Well, maybe because it is also a way for you to get recognized when people approve of your work, and by which you can take your photography passion forward. Great, but have you ever wondered what it takes to win a contest? And what contests should you participate in? Now, that's where dreams need a strategy and plan to become a reality. Else, they would remain a sweet little dream. Hello folks, my name is Jayant Sharma. I'm a wildlife photographer, coach and CEO of Toehold. Having won a few awards myself, having been widely published and also having judged many contests, I surely know a thing or two about photography contests and what one can do to stand a real chance. If you are new here, I'd urge you to subscribe to the Toehold TV. Please hit the bell icon and select all notifications to never miss an update. So let me ask you a very philosophical question. Who do you do photography for? For yourself or maybe for an audience? If you have an extra minute or two, I'd love to know why you say what you're saying. So please pause this video and leave a comment about this. It will surely help me understand many different minds. Great, thank you for that. Now, let me tell you about my perspective on this. If you said you shoot for yourself and you don't care about what others think, that's fair. Let's not even discuss this further because there's not much we can talk about here. But if you said you shoot for an audience, then there is a lot to discuss. And by the way, if you said you shoot for yourself and you want to participate in a contest, then you may have to reconsider your answer. Because if you want a judge to like your image, it needs to be made in such a way that it is likable by others. So you have an audience that you need to please. You get my point, I hope. Now, let's get to business. Going ahead in the video, I'd also share some contests I think serious photographers should participate in. But before we get there, let's understand a few things. Photography enthusiasts, especially beginners, get very excited about their first endeavors, their first sharp picture, their first picture of a tiger, or their first picture of a beautiful bird, etc. They think it's so special and they feel like it's a contest material. Well, honestly speaking, for the judges, they see such images every day and for them it is not special at all. Have you been in a situation where you have asked someone, "Hey, have a look at this picture of mine, let me know what you think. And if you think it's good, which contest should I submit this to?" I have been there too. Usually, that's not how one wins a contest. A key to winning a contest is creating an image that is unique not only to you but also to others. Start thinking from the perspective of your audience and ask yourself these questions. If somebody sees this image, what will they feel? How will they react? What kinds of emotions will I be able to trigger in them? If that works, then it's an award-winning image material perhaps. Now, let me explain how judges evaluate contests. Based on my experience in a photography contest, the judges use a two-stage approach in choosing the winners. For example, let's say the first phase of a contest is to choose images that are merely healthy, and the second stage of the contest is to select an image from amongst these healthy images that is beautiful, hard-hitting, powerful, and possibly adheres to the contest's topic. What is the health of an image? Technically speaking, any image that is exposed correctly, focused correctly, composed correctly, doesn't have any low quality factors like noise, is not cropped in a very incorrect way, etc. is what we can refer to as a health of an image. So these are the basic norms of good health of an image. In a contest, the organizers themselves will pick up a large bulk of images that don't fit the guidelines of healthy images. Let's say 1,000 people participated in a contest in which organizers made the first cut selection of 200 images. They removed 80% of the images that were submitted in the contest based on a quality check of the image. For example, some images are not sharp, some images don't have focus correctly, some images are not exposed correctly, it is too bright or too dark, some images have noise, some images are not composed well based on the criteria that they have been given, and they choose about 20% of the images for further proceedings. This is just a number I'm making up. It's not the right number for every contest. But let's say now that they have cut down the images to 20% of the overall submission, what happens next? Now, that's when judges take the contest to the second level of selection, where they go through every image and figure out whether it is a beautiful image. Does it fit the theme? Does it make sense? Is it hard-hitting concept? Is it a storytelling image? Amongst many such criteria. So, to win a contest, you need to first make images that are healthy and technically sound. The second round of the contest is where aesthetics, beauty, storytelling, or let's say relevance to the topic is assessed. If you're somebody who has just begun photography, I think even before you want to participate in contests, you should make sure you empower yourself with the knowledge that is required to even pass the first hurdle of a photography contest. In other words, do you know how to compose images well? Do you know how to focus images well? Do you know how to expose in different lighting situations and not always use the auto mode? If the answer is no to any one of them, stop thinking about contests and start thinking about the learning of these concepts first. Sorry, it's like saying I want to build a house, but I don't want to learn engineering drawing or structural engineering basics. Well, how does that work? We at Toehold have been training people for over 12 years, and one of our most important courses, the Art and Science of Photography, it consists of 20 chapters and has the basic requirements of any beginner, from topics like what's a DSLR, technical aspects like exposure, shutter speed, ISO, and topics like focusing, depth of field, and composition in a great detail. This is a comprehensive course. Hundreds and hundreds of people have taken this course from us all over the country over the last 12 years and benefited from it. And some of them have even made it very big today. Visit our website toehold.in and start your learning journey. We also have a link in the description to the Toehold Academy app where you can learn photography. Well, now coming back to the point, if you are somebody who must learn photography, you know what to do. But let's say you're somebody who has already a great know-how of photography and you would like to participate in contests. Let's talk about some of the contests that you should be participating in. And here is a list in no specific order. This list is based on my knowledge of what contests I think make sense for people to participate in so that they can get some recognition and of course some fame. Nature in Focus. Nature in Focus is one of the most popular photography contests these days for wildlife and nature enthusiasts. Participating in this contest requires extremely good skills to win, and you should be one of the best in the industry perhaps. I was a judge for this contest in 2020 and I know the process of how images are selected here. Images that are not just technically good but also hard-hitting, powerful, and tell stories that excite the viewers to pay attention to a place or an animal or a subject. These kind of images will be selected. Sanctuary Asia. Sanctuary Asia combines still images and stirring words to sensitize human hearts and minds. This focuses mainly on technical skills, natural history knowledge, and relevant experience in this field, and a passionate desire to protect wild nature. I must confess, winning this contest years ago changed my life. I attribute my career in wildlife photography to this contest, which I won way back in 2007. One amazing thing about this contest is you get published in the Sanctuary magazine. DJMPC. DJMPC is a very popular contest these days with an attractive cash prize for the winning entries. The Coimbatore-based business LMW conducts this yearly memorial contest where they celebrate nature and wildlife through this contest, and many winners have enjoyed a great amount of mileage apart from cash, as I mentioned. I won a reasonably good cash prize for my polar bear image in 2018 edition of this contest. BBC Wildlife Photographer of the Year. The BBC Wildlife Photographer of the Year is called as the father of all wildlife competitions, and most of the photographers always dream to win this contest. Now, this is one of the toughest contests to win as the participants from across the globe, professionals and amateurs, participate here. Even with my expertise and experience, I haven't won this contest once. However, I have made it to the semi-finals and the finals on a few occasions. Nature's Best Photography Awards. Nature's Best is another popular contest that receives global recognition and status. Their contest also has many categories like Asia, Africa, etc., and they have a great judging ethic and procedure. For records, I also won a special mention in 2016 for my famous giraffe with rainbow image. That image surely changed a lot of things for me. Well, there are several other contests out there, which is a huge list if I start talking about everything, like the Hamdan International Photography Award, famously known as HIPA, Siena International Photography Awards, Savas Magazine's contest, Better Photography, and Smart Photography Magazine's annual contest, etc. I'd like you to explore a website called photocontestinsider.com, from where you can learn about many more contests, big and small, and get weekly updates that will keep you focused if you really want an award. But before I end, I'd like to share a few practical steps for you to prepare yourself for a contest. 1. Study and prepare for a contest. One way to do this is to look at the last few years of contest winners, their entries, what kind of images have been chosen, can you spot a trend, how do you compare your pictures with those, and try to be as practical as possible. But if you struggle to figure out if your pictures are really of this quality or not, then choose the next method. 2. Seek critique and mentoring. Though everyone, including your mentor, is craving for awards, there are always some, hopefully for example people like me, who think their success is when people who learn from them win awards. So seek critique and mentoring from these kind of individuals who will not just spot the mediocrity in your images, but will also be able to suggest what could make such images stand a chance in winning awards. If you find someone who is willing to give you advice, you should listen to it, and wholeheartedly of course. If you are a beginner, you could consider the Toehold Lounge, where you get feedback and critique from peers. Check the link in description to download the Toehold Academy app and gain access to the lounge. 3. Design a photo for a contest and judges. One of the typical problems of photo enthusiasts is how they get carried away by what happened before and after the shot and associate that excitement with the picture. Since they are very biased by the adventure they just witnessed, they think that itself is an award-winning material. However, when it comes to the audience and the judges, they won't be able to relate to the excitement and adventure the photographer witnessed by seeing a still photograph. So, they view the picture without any bias, and usually this makes it less interesting for them. So the challenge for the photographer is to think like a judge or an audience member and evaluate if the picture encapsulates the emotion, excitement, feeling, and thrill that is required to make it stand out. So it's important to design a photograph for an audience and the judge. This is where most people go wrong. 4. Shoot for a contest and not choose for a contest. Another very important fact I'd like to mention is most people remember a deadline for a contest and sit in front of the computer and start choosing images that fit the bill. But that's like shooting in the dark, in my opinion. Determined individuals don't choose pictures for a contest necessarily. They in fact shoot pictures for a contest. So what do I mean? Well, what most people do is they travel to Kabini, Ranthambore, or let's say Kenya, make pictures of whatever they can as well as they can and come back to base. Then one fine day, pick images they think are worth submitting. That's understandable if it's your hobby. But if you're really someone who needs to give it a great shot, then you got to choose to shoot images for the contest and not just choose them to submit. Some award-winning photographers execute master plans by trying the shot again and again till they achieve the shot, and that's more likely to have a better chance. Of course, some unexpected events in nature photography can give us awards too, but then creative individuals don't just bank on luck, they make it happen. 5. read the rules and conform to the contest guidelines. Lastly, every contest has their own set of rules and guidelines. I think it's needless to say that you need to prepare images for the contest based on these guidelines. For example, some want pictures in Adobe RGB profile, some want images below 3 MB, etc. So make sure you understand the rules, which sometimes include naming conventions, importance of descriptions, captions, etc. Well, that's it, folks. I hope it was a lot of points for you to think about what you should do and what you should not do if you want to win awards and contests. I wish you the best of luck, and I do hope you come back one day and tell me that you won the contest that you dreamt of. By the way, I'd like to warn you that sometimes wanting to win awards and contests can be an addiction and can lead to a lot of displeasure, stress, and unwanted issues. Please remember, photography was chosen by you first to seek pleasure. So make sure that this pleasure doesn't morph into a pressure of sorts. Good luck and thank you for watching this video.